Oh, Shadi, this is a brazen crime. 11 NYPD vehicles, windows smashed outside of this precinct, and at this hour, that suspect is still on the loose.
Okay, guys, for our first big topic of the day, I'm going to be covering 11 NYPD vehicles broken into and vandalized a few weeks ago in New York. It happened at the 116th precinct at a New York police station. Now, before I get fully into the topic, I want to go over a video that's going to give more detail to you guys of what really happened with the scenario. So let's get into it.
The NYPD looking for the vandal who targeted nearly a dozen of their cars in Queens. The vehicles, some marked police cars and some unmarked, were parked near the 116th precinct in Laurelton.
Is that a gunshot?
Where they were targeted.
Yeah, it is a gunshot. Bullet hole in the front window.
Shantae Lands is there live with a look at the damage. Shantae?
Oh, Shadi, this is a brazen crime. 11 NYPD vehicles, windows smashed outside of this precinct, and at this hour, that suspect is still on the loose. One by one, NYPD vehicles are being towed after both marked and unmarked cruisers were vandalized overnight.
Is that a gunshot?
It's quite unfortunate.
I think on that front window, on that first picture, that was a gunshot.
Being reported as such.
Material like that.
Smashed windshields, back
like
windows,
bricks,
and broken
rocks.
mirrors are what's left after
Yeah,
police say
he tore through
someone
them
damaged
cars.
the vehicles around 11:30 last night outside of the 116th Police Precinct at
should have footage, right?
224th Street and North Conduit Avenue in Laurelton, Queens.
I mean, I don't know if they're trying to send a message or not, but it's quite unfortunate.
Trying to send a message.
This is a nice neighborhood too.
It's terrorism.
I lived there my whole life.
Definitely
I've never
terrorism.
seen nothing like that happen before.
Matthew Dayrosh was at home at the time.
So when I was coming out for work, I saw some of the cars being towed away. I thought nothing of it because you know cars break down all the time. Nothing crazy. But now that I know it was vandalized, I'm kind of shocked.
The crime is brazen as multiple cameras are posted outside of the precinct.
There's actually one
Okay, so they do
right
have
now
cameras.
if you
Okay.
want to look behind and see it. So I'm just surprised nobody said nothing, no one caught it.
Guessing
The
his
precinct
face was
is fairly
covered more
new,
than
opening
likely.
a few years ago with a
Yeah,
new
probably
community
so.
center.
On my way home, I actually saw that there was a class going on in a community center there. So definitely they are trying to like give back to the
Use my
community.
whiteness, was he wearing a
Hopefully
kerpa, a
they figure out
kaifa?
who did it.
A kerpa.
What are those things called?
Because if they feel comfortable enough to vandalize the cars, who's to say that they won't attack the
Usually what they're
precinct
covering their
next?
faces with these days.
That's true. That's true.
It's not clear what was used to damage those vehicles. No officers were inside any of them at the time.
Unclear
and so
what they
far,
used.
no motive or arrests. Live in Laurelton, Queens, Shantae Lands, Channel 7, Eyewitness.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to give y'all a brief rundown of what happened with that situation, with that video. Now, my take from this is obviously a anti-campaign hit by somebody that is against policing in New York. Now, this is sad because New York always has a very high crime problem. They have a police shortage problem, and things like this are going to continue to happen if New York continues to have an anti-campaign against police. And also it doesn't help because their mayor that's coming in January 2026, Mamdani, he is also against police officers. He ran a whole campaign that went against police officers. So New York is really in for, I would say, a time period where violence is going to rise in their city. Violence is going to rise in their neighborhoods. And it's really, really sad.
Mamdani has walked that back a little bit.
Oh, really?
He's walked it back a little bit in some public interviews, but he's a socialist. What do you think is going to come with it? Violence.
Right, violence. And I think a lot of times his walk back might be lies as to try to please certain people, because actually a few days ago he hired a person by the name of Alex Vitale. Now you guys might not be familiar with Alex Vitale, but Alex Vitale was hired to be his safety advisor in his administration. Alex Vitale wrote a book titled The End of Policing. So Alex Vitale wants to come into Mamdani's administration and put an end to policing. That's what he sees for the future of New York. And if you don't believe me, I want to show you guys a quote from his book. So a quote from Alex Vitale's book says, "The problem is not police training, police diversity, or police methods. The problem is the dramatic and unprecedented expansion and intensity of policing in the last 40 years. A fundamental shift in the role of police in society. The problem is policing itself." Now, this type of rhetoric coming from somebody that's going to be in the administration in New York City is problematic, New York City can't take a person like this that's going to come in and increase violence in the neighborhoods when violence is already high. What do you think?
Well, dissecting this tweet, when I was younger, I was trying to find my way, trying to find my views. So when it says the problem is the dramatic and unprecedented expansion and intensity of policing in the last 40 years, we do know that the police forces have been largely militarized.
Yeah, some of them have.
But I think it was due to necessity, not due to any sort of fascist idealism or anything like that. And the expansion of policing in the last 40 years, well, we know the last 10 years, it has not been an expansion of policing. We've had reduced police forces, reduced police funding.
Especially in blue cities like New York, they have a shortage of police officers.
Even here in Tallahassee, we've had a reduction in funding many years. Maybe not every year, but many years we have a reduction in police funding.
Definitely.
I know a lot of police officers here. It hurts their overtime. It kills their pay, their raise opportunities. It's been rough on the cops here. So in a larger city, I can't imagine the repercussions that are going to occur.
But don't you think it's pretty sad that Mamdani is bringing someone into his administration that has a book that centers around the end of policing?
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
But not surprising. Pretty scary, not surprising.
Yeah, it's definitely not surprising, but it is pretty scary because no police in a city is just pure mayhem. So I just want the New York citizens to just realize who you're voting for. Vote for something better. Vote for some change. Vote for somebody that's going to bring in some I would say, peace in your city. You don't want anybody that's going to bring in violence and just mayhem everywhere.
Too late. They made their bed. Now they're going to sleep in it.
Yep. Now they lie in the bed that they made.
Unfortunately, that's a city that I'd like to visit again someday. I have had a lot of really great memories in New York City, but currently, as is, I would not go back.
I'll visit when Mamdani leaves.
I'll visit when he leaves and they have 4 years of intense change.
Yeah, definitely. Because after he leaves, they're going to need a cleanup crew to come in and clean up everything that he's done.
Bring back Giuliani.
Bring back Rudy.
Bring him back.
That's funny. Now, to end this topic, I want to show you guys, they think they have the suspect that did this. It was a lone person that did this. Let me show you guys the suspect that they believe done this. So, this article says, New York City, a 22-year-old man has been arrested and charged after nearly a dozen NYPD vehicles were vandalized in Queens on Monday. Police said on Thursday, Christian Gingrich.
Oh, it's going to be a skinny white boy. I already know it. It's going to be a skinny little gay white boy.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Of Long Island faces a slew of charges, including reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, criminal possession of a weapon, and resisting arrest. The incident happened in Jamaica near the 116th precinct around 11 p.m., police said. So, as you know, this is New York, so I wouldn't get too excited about this because he probably won't face much prosecution for doing this. He'd probably be out in a week. They probably going to give him a SNAP food card.
Do they have aren't there no bail laws in New York City?
Yes, they have that too. So that's why
he'll be out.
Yeah,
he'll go to jail. He'll be out the next day, and then he will await court proceedings.
Exactly.
In which case, the district attorney will ask for a minimum charge, minimum sentence, and the judge will comply, and he will serve little to no time, I'm betting.
Yes, he'll serve little to no time.
Can we get a picture of this guy? Can we pull up a little search and see if we can find a picture of this guy?
Yeah, we probably could find a picture of him.
Can we see if we can find him on, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook?
You got Instagram, Facebook?
Anything like that. Let's get a peek at what he looks like. This might be fun. Let's see. I'm going to go with shaggy blonde hair, 5'11", 140 pounds.
140 pounds?
Possibly looks like he suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome.
See some images on the internet.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
140.
That's just my guess. No pictures.
It might be hiding his identity.
Yeah, well, that's pretty typical. Was this it right here? Up here? Christian arrested.
Oh, wait, here we go. That might be it right here.
I don't think that's right. That guy is not 22 years old.
That's not right at all.
Christian, not Christian. All right.
Yeah, I think they're hiding his identity. But you're probably right. He probably does fit that demographic.
He's going to look like a liberal, and so they're not going to release it.
Yeah, so they're gonna try to protect him as much as they can, and it's only gonna lead to more people doing the same thing he's doing by them protecting him. So it's pretty sad what New York is going through. All right, so well, let's get into our next topic.
All right, you know, let's start off with an interesting topic. So